The basic languages to learn are always available at practically every high school you attend, and they typically range from Mandarin to French to German. One of the most prevalent languages that are not taught in schools, however, is the language of the unheard, which is not a speaking language. Many individuals use sign language, which is a widely used and significant language to communicate, yet schools rarely give classes in it. Did you know that there are over 300 different sign languages in use worldwide, each of which varies from country to country? In order to interact with the deaf people, the Malaysian government uses Malaysian Sign Language, which was recognized by the country's government in 2008. There are even many kinds of Malaysian Sign Language that differ from state to state. Although it is based on American Sign Language, the two are seen as different languages. The similarities between American Sign Language and Malaysian Sign Language reach up to 80%. According to research, there are 4,000 new cases of hearing loss each year in the United States. 20% of Americans have some sort of hearing loss. 360 million people globally have disabling hearing loss, and 30 out of every 1,000 children have hearing loss. These statistics on hearing loss indicate that sign language learning should be taught in schools. So today, I would like to persuade all of you here to learn at least the basics of sign language so that there won't be a communication gap between us and them. First and foremost, why do we have to learn the basic sign language? Exactly why is there a need? Well, learning sign language has several advantages. Being proficient in it can help you communicate with the deaf community more successfully and can also help you stand out professionally because it is a sought-after ability. The main reason, or should I say, the most obvious reason to learn sign language is because it is the most effective means of communication for deaf and hearing impaired people. With so many people using sign language for communication around the world, it needs to be relevant enough and competent enough to be taught in schools. Learning sign language in school can help students and teachers communicate with their hearing impaired peers, making communication smoother and easier. The second justification for learning sign language is that it increases your intelligence. The advantages of learning sign language are equal to those of learning a foreign language. Any language bilingualism is beneficial for the brain, whether it is spoken or signed. It improves cognition and reasoning, as well as memory, focus, creativity, and verbal and written communication. According to studies, bilingual students surpass monolingual students on standardized tests, and secondary language immersion raises students' IQ levels. Additionally, not only for the deaf, but also for those with autism, dyslexia, and other learning problems, sign language may be simpler to learn than other spoken languages. Furthermore, kids who learn to sign are better spellers and readers. According to research, kids who learn the basics of sign language spell better. Kids who sign have a greater memory impact and are given another memory aid for spelling words. Our muscles have their own mini memories, so when we sign a word, in addition to saying it aloud, it helps us remember it. Knowing sign language is a talent that might be useful in the future in addition to being helpful in school. The ability to speak sign language is a distinctive quality that can help you stand out from the competition on your resume. Sign language is a significant skill to have on a resume for many positions, from office receptionists to waitresses in restaurants, as meeting deaf visitors who primarily use sign language as a form of communication is frequently encountered. Like any other subject taught in schools, teaching sign language to students might improve their opportunities of landing a job or admission to a particular institution. I'm sure that you can see the need for people like you to learn basic sign language, but you might be asking, well, how can I learn the skills effectively? Here are some of the best tips for learning the basics of sign language. Online video watching is the first thing you can do to improve your skills. Since sign language is a visual language, students may easily find and watch educational videos online on platforms like YouTube that teach the basics of using simple signs. When using videos to teach sign language, students can pause the video and replay the relevant parts to truly understand the lesson. Next, you can also ask your deaf relatives and friends to teach you. Seeking sign language lesson from a deaf friend or family member is a wonderful way to get started. You might also be able to overcome some communication barriers by asking friends or family members who are already fluent in sign language to teach you some signs. Before asking, confirm if your friend or family uses sign language because not all hearing impaired people are fluent in it. Last but not least, you can also use a sign language teaching app. Thanks to modern technology, anyone with an iPhone, Android smartphone, or tablet can practice sign language skills and learn the basics. The majority of the basic sign language apps are designed to make learning easy, convenient, and entertaining. The majority of the app's features have multiple signers, simple navigation, and more than 2,500 signs and words. So that's all from me. Thank you.